Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm not going to be telling you how to go over a hurdle, I'm not going to be telling you how to throw a javelin. Today, we're going to be talking about blocks. Let's get into it. Blocks are one of the most important things in athletics, and if gotten wrong, like here, Linford Christie in the 1996 Olympics, it can go very badly indeed. Or in 2011, when Usain Bolt false started in the World Championship final, it really does matter. On the other hand, it's Asafa Powell who is undoubtedly one of the greatest starters of our generation. I'm joined here today by a very good starter, Dominic Murray right here, and he's going to show you the perfect technique in using the blocks. When I first started doing athletics, loads of people will start like this, and they go, on your marks, all crouch down, and then they go, get set, and then get even more unsteady, and then they go, and by the time out there, 5 metres behind before the gun has even gone off. It's simple as that to mess it up. Easiest thing to do for beginners, start it off. Strongest foot out front. Then about another foot behind your back foot. When the starter goes, on your marks, stand up straight, legs straight, staying ahead. When you go set, don't lean down all the way to the bottom here. Don't go all the way over there like you're a 1500 metre starter. Just go set, lean forward ready, toes curled, so when the gun goes off, instantly push.
This is the 3-point start. Now, the point of the 3-point start is that it takes up much less energy than a regular 4-point start, which makes it really good for when you're training. Okay, so guys, basically you just want to start up like how you usually do one regular start. So you do the T thing, and then you just come down here. Now, instead of putting both hands on the floor, you pick this one up, the one that is in parallel with the leg in front, and then so you just put that. And then you just go up like that, like regular set, and then you just go. Alright, now I'm going to show you the 4-point start. Now it's very similar to the 3-point start. You do your regular T and then put your foot back, and then you come down like this. Now it's called a 4-point start because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 pieces of contact on the ground, and instead of putting your arm back up, you just keep both arms on the floor. Now this is mainly used for competitions because obviously, unlike the 3-point start, it requires much more energy, but it's usually for people who are much less experienced at sprinting, because otherwise, those sort of people would have not had a chance to get experience with blocks before. So this is just what people use. And then you're just going to want to come up into set position, make sure your back's straight, and make sure you just drive away.
Now, blocks haven't been around forever. The first ever use of blocks was around in the 1970s, and that was because these tracks were brand new. Normally, it would be tar or coal or bits and bobs on the track. So what athletes will do is dig a little hole in the actual track and then use that as blocks. But as technology went forward, so did the blocks. There are many types of ways to use blocks. For instance, sprinters prefer to get down low so they can drive off to try and get there as quickly as possible. But in hurdles, they prefer high or low, and it's up to your preference, to be honest.
Alright guys, now I'm going to show you how to set up the blocks if you've never done it before. So you're going to want to put 1 foot here, and make sure it's in the middle of the track. And then I'm going to bring the block here and just line it right in there. Then come back here, just make sure it's right in line with the track. Make sure to stomp on it as well. Now, you want to identify which is your strong leg or which leg you put first. For me, it's my right leg, so I'd have this one closer. So I would go from that side to this one, obviously at the start of the line, and I'd go 2 footsteps, and then put the block in there. And then on the other one, for my back leg, I'd, instead of 2, I would do 3. Bring this on here, slide it in there, and that should be good. Right, so as you guys can see, you're able to adjust the height settings on these blocks. Now, you can adjust these to whatever you like. It's different for everyone. Traditionally, you usually put your front one around one or two bits higher than the one at the back. So if you had this on the second height, you probably maybe put this on the third or maybe in the fourth, but that's quite rare. Or if you had this on the bottom one, you'd probably keep this on the second or the third. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to set up in this box. Now, you want to put your hands like a run in front, so you could just put your feet back here, and then you're going to want to come down and then bring your hands back. Now remember, when you come into set, make sure your back's not like this. Make sure it's nice and straight like this, so you're able to drive better. And when you come out, make sure you're putting as much force into this back piece as much as you can, and make sure to drive this knee as hard as you can too, like this. Alright, so a common beginner mistake is during your drive phase, people usually finish their drive phase after about 10 meters. Now what your drive phase is the distance you take to accelerate to top speed. Now if you take longer and longer time to accelerate, you eventually get to a bigger top speed and you're able to carry that further down the track. However, what most people do, they only do it to about 10 meters or so, which is around here. Whereas you really should be doing it to around 20 or maybe even 30 meters, which is where those two closest lines are over there. And the way you extend your drive phase is by making sure you're still low to the ground and you're not coming up. Right? Because after you're up here, that's your drive phase done. So you want to make sure you're nice and bent over, make sure your back's straight, and keep your head down for around 20 to 30 meters. And I'll show you now.
Drive phase in hurdles is much different than in sprints, because obviously you're not going to be able to drive phase for 30 metres, which is why you might want to put your blocks further back or adjust them to make sure that you don't clatter these. You want to get up as quickly as possible whilst also driving out forward but not getting up straight, so that you don't get as much speed out as everyone else.